What's going on, people? My name is Brady. Today we're back at it again with another cooking video. Today I will be chefing up some apple corn chicken chili. Sounds weird at first. I've made it several times though. It is amazing. I first made it about a year ago when I found the recipe for a meal plan that I made for my foods and nutrition class. So kudos to Mrs. Stairs' class to helping me find this great recipe. Let's get started. First and most importantly, you need your chicken. So I have a little over 2 chicken breasts in here. That should be perfect. So get this thawed. While your chicken's getting thawed, find yourself a huge pot and put some oil in it. And then you can dump your chicken in there. While the chicken's cooking, don't be afraid to season this. I kind of go crazy with my seasonings. Always got to throw in the classic salt and pepper. And well, never go wrong with Lawry's. Lawry's is amazing. If you've never had Lawry's before, I highly recommend you get some. You can even go crazy with a little bit of Old Bay. It's a nice touch. Even throw in a little bit of chili powder, if that's what you like. I like a little bit of heat. Overall, do not be shy with your spices. Excuse the chicken back there giving it a nice sizzle. Be sure to watch that and don't let a fire start or anything. But while it's cooking, feel free to grab yourself 2 garlic cloves. I have about 1/4 of an onion here. I'm gonna be dicing these up real finely and throwing it into the chicken. All right, so once your chicken is done sizzling, it's done ripping so much, pull it out. Keep your pot handy because it's going back in. First off, take a look at that. That is what some well-seasoned chicken looks like. That is gonna be delicious. Now you can start shredding it with your fork. And then when you're done pulling it, be sure to take a little piece of that. It looks so good. Have a bite. Because why not? Once your chicken is pulled, feel free to dump that back into your pot. And put in your garlic, onions, a little splash of olive oil too, just to help it all marry together. Let that cook for a little bit. While your pot of garlic and onion and chicken goodness is getting all steamy back there, find yourself your 2 apples. Once again, dice these up real finely. I always like to cut these up real fine and kind of stack them together. Makes it easier to cut. They're all cut them into little tiny pieces about that big. That size, or smaller compared to my hand. It's perfect. All right, so once your pot of goodness is done sizzling for a little while, you can get your small can of green chilies as well as your can of corn. Open these things up. Can of corn is open. Dump it in there. And then put your lid on. Actually, first give it a good old-fashioned stir. The corn get all worked in. And then you can turn your stove back up again. Let it simmer.
A few moments later.
Once your 4-ish cups of water are added, I like to add about a tablespoon and a half of your chicken bouillon. Just give the broth a little bit of nice extra flavor. Give that a good quality stir. Put your lid back on it and let it simmer to boil somewhere between there, about 15 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, now once your soup has been simmering, boiling, somewhere in there for about 15 minutes, you take your apples. I know a lot of you probably think I forgot about them. I did not. I left them out for a very important reason. You're gonna put them in now for about another 5 minutes. First couple times I made this, I put the apples in with everything else, and they were still there, but I found out that the longer I leave the apples out of the soup, the more crunch, the more texture, the more flavor they have, instead of just blending it and turning into more of mush. So go ahead and put them in now for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
All right, so now that you've let your apples sit for 5 minutes, it's time to enjoy this with your closest friends and family. Today, Parker will be joining me in reviewing this scrumptious chili. There you go. Eat that. It's gonna be hot. It's going to be hot. All the apples rose to the top. All right. Cheers. Yes, sir.
That's hot.
Holy cow. Temperature's really hot. Wow. Woo! It's kind of fire though. Like, not temperature. Well, it is fire temperature wise, but
Both ways.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Good. Good job seasoning it.
Seasoning? Yeah, I know. I told people to season the crap out of it. You gotta put seasoning in the broth too. I did that off the camera because it actually wasn't seasoned enough, but yeah, pretty good. Do you have any other words of review, words of wisdom for the people out there that want to make this this baller kind of chili?
Follow this tutorial to make it right.
You heard it, folks. Follow the tutorial. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys can now make yourself delicious apple corn chicken chili. You won't regret it.